The Two Lions. An old lion sat down to teach his grandson about life. There's a fight going on inside me, he tells the young boy. A fight between two lions. One wolf is evil. It's full of malice, anger, greed, self-pity, and false pride. The other is good. It's full of peace, love, joy, kindness, and humility. This same fight is going on inside you and everyone else on the face of the earth. The grandson was quiet, pondering this revelation for a moment before asking, "Grandfather, which lion will win?" The old man smiled and replied, "The one you feed."
Moral of the story: good and evil exist within each of us. It's our responsibility to own that reality and do whatever we can to nurture the good.
The Story of the Grateful Fishes. One morning, an elderly man was walking along the beach when he noticed a young boy picking something off the sand and throwing it into the sea. As he got closer, the man realized the child was throwing stranded fishes that had washed up on the shore back into the breaking waves. Approaching the boy, the man asked what he was doing. "The fish will die if they're still on the shore when the sun rises," he replied. Perplexed, the old man said, "But that's pointless. There are countless miles of beach and thousands of fish. It doesn't matter how many you return to the water, you can't make a difference." Unfazed, the boy bent down, picked up another fish, and tossed it into the sea. "It matters to this one," he said.
Moral of the story: no matter the odds of success or the scale of the challenge, your actions can make a difference. It's better to light a candle than curse the dark. Every little counts. Doing something to make a positive change is always better than nothing.
Being a brother is more important than having one. Ram received an automobile from his brother as birthday present. One day, when Ram came out of his office, he saw a street urchin was walking around the shiny new car, admiring it. "Is this your car?" he asked. Ram nodded. "My brother presented me on my birthday." The boy was astounded. "You mean your brother gave it to you, and it didn't cost you nothing?" "Boy, I wish." He hesitated. Of course, Ram knew what he was going to wish for. He was going to wish he had a brother like his brother. But what the lad said jarred Ram all the way down to his heels. "I wish," the boy went on, "that I could be a brother like that." Ram looked at the boy in astonishment, and then impulsively he added, "Would you like to take a ride in my automobile?" "Oh yes, I'd love that." After a short ride, the boy turned, and with his eyes aglow said, "Would you mind driving in front of my house?" Ram smiled a little. He thought he knew what the lad wanted. He wanted to show his neighbors that he could ride home in a big automobile. But Ram was wrong again. "Will you stop where those two steps are?" the boy asked. He ran up the steps. Then in a little while Ram heard him coming back. But he was not coming fast. He was carrying his little crippled brother. He sat him down on the bottom step, then sort of squeezed up against him and pointed to the car. "There he is, brother. Like I told you upstairs, his brother gave it to him, and it didn't cost him a penny. Someday I'm going to give you one just like it. Then you can see for yourself all the pretty things in the shop windows that I've been trying to tell you about." Ram got out and lifted the crippled boy to the front seat of his car. The shining-eyed older brother climbed in beside him, and the three of them began a memorable ride.
Tell me in comments, did you learn a new life lesson of respecting mothers and be a good brother instead of wishing if you had one?
How to hunt a monkey. Do you know how hunters of old used to trap monkeys? A man asked his child. Rather than chasing them up a tree or shooting arrows from below, they put a heavy glass jar with a narrow neck on the floor, which had the monkey's favorite food inside. They'd then step back and hide, waiting for the unsuspecting animal to approach. When it did, the monkey would reach inside, clench a fist around the food, and try to pull it out. However, the narrow neck of the jar would stop the poor monkey from getting its hand out. It'd pull and pull, but to no avail. There was simply no way to get its hand out of the jar without releasing the food. Rather than letting go, though, the monkey would persevere, refusing to drop its dinner. The hunters would then approach and catch it to enjoy a meal of their own. "Don't be like that, monkey," warned the man. "In life, to fight another day and grow as person, you must know when to quit, when to move on, and when to let go of whatever's holding you back."
Moral of the story: sometimes you have to let go and give up what you have now in order to receive something better in the future. Don't let stubbornness be your downfall.
The baker and the butter. A long time ago, a baker and a farmer lived in the same small English village. These two men had a friendly arrangement in place, where the farmer would sell a pound of butter to the baker each day. One morning, the baker decided to weigh the butter to see if he'd received the correct amount. To his surprise, he discovered that the farmer had sold him less butter than he'd paid for. Angry about the unfairness, he took the farmer to court. At the hearing, the judge asked the farmer whether he used any measure to weigh the butter. "Your Honor, I am but a lowly farmer, and do not own a proper measure. I simply use an old-fashioned scale," he replied. "How do you weight the butter then?" inquired the judge. "This," the farmer answered. "Your Honor, long before the baker started buying butter from my farm, I've been buying a pound loaf of bread from him. Every day when he brings me the bread, I place it on my scale and give him the same weight in butter. If anyone is to be blamed, it's the baker."
Moral of the story: karma's true. Be kind and fair to others and you'll enjoy the rewards.